Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this is why I do things so far in advance. Now that I'm clean and sober, I tend to plan my day far in advance. Like I'll set up my food to eat for the next morning, I'll put my clothes out, I'm very organized in my recovery. And there's a reason for that because I think I tend to think ahead, but I don't think about the present. In other words, I got up early this morning. I did not think to set my clock. This is one of the things that I didn't think to do ahead. And I didn't set my clock back when I went to sleep last night. So I woke up at 2 o'clock as usual just to look for a news story for you guys. And then all of a sudden I realized it's not 2 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock. This whole fall back thing. I don't know. This whole thing is starting to get kind of annoying. This fall forward, fall backward thing. It's kind of stupid. Maybe we should be done with it. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the LGBTQ community. I've talked about this before. I've had gay experiences. I'm a straight guy, but I've had gay experiences in my life. I've had gay encounters in my life. I don't, you know what? I'm 58 years old. I'm going to be 59 years old. I know who I am. I've dated literally hundreds of women. I know what I like. And I don't have a problem admitting that I've had gay experiences. I had them when I was younger. When I was, I don't want to say specific age here. And even when I was using, a lot of weird things happened. A lot of weird, weird things happened. Not that being gay is weird or anything, but what did occur was kind of different. All right, but that's kind of getting off the point. I started to think about today's younger generation, Generation Z, and a lot of them complain how they can't get into relationships. A lot of young men are, I see that over and over again. Generation Z, it's not like it used to be. Women, don't want us, and I don't even know what they're complaining about. But I think I could see why. All right, this is the story. There's a link right down below. And this is the story from, I believe it's in Penn. I'm not a big football fan. Penn State was playing Ohio. And JASON KELCE was there. There's a big hubbub about this on X and on everything else. JASON KELCE used the homophobic slur, F blank blank, and I don't blame him. I'm gonna say that. I have no problem admitting that I've had gay experiences or anything, but I don't. In this circumstance, I don't blame him. But then I really started to think about this. All right, so let me tell you the whole thing. Like I said, links down below is this story. They're following JASON KELCE before the game. A bunch of fans. Can I get a fist bump, Jason? They're all, hey Jason, hey Jason, hey Jason. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. I couldn't imagine what it must be like to live like this. He's trying to walk to the game. He's hurrying to get into the game, and there's just a crowd of young idiot men behind him. Hey Jason, can I get a fist bump? They actually say that. And then I guess they get annoyed because he's ignoring them. So I think one of them tries to get his attention. And one of them says, hey, Jason, what's it like to have a brother who's gay slur, F blank, 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 G, T, for dating Taylor Swift? All right. And he walks, it takes a second for it to register. He spins around. I'm not sure if he actually, this is the thing, I don't know if he actually got a hold of the guy that actually said it. He approached the guy who he thought said it, and he ripped the phone out of his hand, threw it and smashed it on the ground. And it said, who's the gay slur now? Who's the blank, F blank blank? He said it 3 times. So there's a big hubbub all over the internet. Oh, Jason, it's not about the young kid saying this, but it's about him repeating it. I don't blame him in the least. I do not blame him in the least. But let's think about this for a second. Let's think about what this kid said. All right, he says that Travis Kelce is gay because he's dating a beautiful, hot, famous, rich, one of the richest women in the world, one of the richest, most successful, beautiful women in the world, and that makes him gay. Did anybody stop to think about this? How this makes no freaking sense? How is he gay for? Is this a case of sour grapes? Because this this other guy is dating a beautiful rich woman. Are they jealous? Is that what it is? But it makes no it's one of the most juvenile. It's something I remember hearing in second grade. You're gay because you like that girl. You got a girlfriend, so you're gay. It's I don't know if anybody even thought of that. This is what I would have done, honestly. I would have turned around on this guy, and I would have been pissed. If somebody says about my family member like that, pushing you, taunting you, to that point, I would have been pissed. And I would have said, you know what? I would have said, I'm gay. How about I make you my little bitch? How about you come over here, because there's nothing worse. This is what I found. I've been in hundreds of fights, and there's nothing worse than calling another man a bitch, because it totally takes the masculinity right out of him. And then he taunts him, come over here and sit on my lap. Well, why don't you tie my shoes? I'll make you my little bitch, and sit and see what he does. He taunts him to see if he'll swing on you. And if he swings on you, then you just take him down, but that's what I would have done. The story goes on. Supposedly, I read this on one of the news feeds, that supposedly after this, there's video of Jason Kelce walking away with the broken phone. Supposedly Jason Kelce picked up the guy's broken phone and walked away. And the kid supposedly pushed Jason and he fell. Now, I only saw this story on one link. And it doesn't sound right to me. I think it's a case of sour grapes. All right, now let me talk about this. A case. This is just how ironic and bizarre this whole thing is. Donald Trump was at a rally the day before yesterday. I think it was in Milwaukee. It might have been. I think it was in Wisconsin, and he was bitching and moaning about the microphone for 4 minutes. 4 minutes, right? And this is the thing. They're so violent and angry. Trump and his supporters. He's like, does anybody want to see me go knock the hell out of these guys backstage? That's what Trump says about the people. I don't know who he's going to knock the hell out of. I guess just anybody standing backstage that had anything to do with the podium or the microphone, because he's so upset. And then Trump complains about his arm. He's blowing out his arm because he's got to hold the microphone up. Okay, this is the guy I did a video. He doesn't like to lift weights. So Trump actually says, he's blowing out his left arm. And now I'm going to blow out my right arm, and I'm going to blow out my throat. Trump actually says this. Now here's the kicker. Here's the unbelievable thing. He actually starts going down on the microphone. Swear to God, he imitates fellatio. He like that on the microphone several times. Okay, so let's just go all over this. Okay, so these young kids at this game think that Travis Kelce is gay because he's dating one of the most beautiful, most successful, richest women in the world. But these are probably the same guys, the young guys that are voting for Donald Trump, who is deep-throating a microphone. And that's not gay. Okay, I don't understand Generation Z. But you know what? I can't understand why they're not getting dates and why they're not getting laid. This explains it. I'll be back later with another video. The links are down below. You guys have a good Sunday.